I'm going to give you my top 10 best movies, right? And we're going to start with This Christmas. Now, This Christmas has a lot of well-known black stars, right? Like Chris Brown, Idris Elba, Lauren London. But it gives you that real family vibe, right? All the secrets, the lies, the happiness, the joys, the bonds, the ties. Very specifically, I really like the part that Idris Elba played in this movie. He was kind of like that uncle that was in trouble, in and out of jail a little bit. And he had some kind of man he owed money to, or whatever, that was hunting him down for Christmas. And then you had the mother trying to keep everybody all together. And surprise, surprise, Chris Brown had a secret. He could sing. Yeah, like we didn't see that coming. But this is a very, very good movie. Like, it gives me that real family vibe because it shows that family is not perfect, but family still comes together. And family do what family do when they get around each other. They make memories, good or bad. Number 2, Frosty the Snowman is one of those timeless classics. It's a very old movie. It probably came out in like the 50s or 60s. I'm not sure. I didn't look it up. But it's about a magical snowman that came alive and went on an adventure with a bunch of kids, right? And in these old school movies, it always surprises me how kids are just left unattended for so long and no one checks on them. It's kind of crazy. But just back, this is one of those times classics. I really, really like it. I try to watch it every year, but it only comes on like ABC or something like that. But anyway, also in this movie, Frosty was melting and they had to take him to the North Pole so that he could be frozen and alive forever. I would suggest you watch this. This is a very family-friendly movie, and it's timeless classic once again. The Grinch. The Grinch is one of my favorite movies because everybody forgets, right? This one simple fact about the Grinch. He actually brought Christmas back after he stole it. Like, he stole the tree, he stole all the presents, but he brought it back. And then he was on an island, isolated all by himself, right? And he didn't like Christmas, but he heard all the Christmas singing and saw the Christmas cheer and all the love, but he wasn't getting any of it, right? And then this little girl somehow found him and convinced him to love or something like that. But you should check it out. The Grinch wasn't actually a Grinch in the end of the movie, but this movie is hilarious. It really is. Jim Carrey, one of the best actors, one of my best actors, I would say that. But I think he's one of the best actors / comedians of all time. If you want to go there, all you have to do is believe. The Polar Express, one of the main storylines was each kid that got on this magical train ride with their conductor that's going to the North Pole gets a ticket. He punches holes in their tickets, right? And it's like 2 letters and they have to get their word before it ends. So the main character, which is a little boy, he probably like 11, 12 years old, he had a hard time believing in Christmas and Santa Claus and all that good stuff. So his was believe. So they went on a very adventurous, extraordinary train ride across a frozen lake, over mountains, through everything to get to the North Pole. And he actually got to see Santa Claus and all the elves and everything. The views in this, it was pretty magnificent. The winter lights, the northern lights rather, and everything. Very family-friendly movie again. Another timeless classic, right? People forget how old these movies is because they're so good. Kevin! Home Alone. I've been home alone quite a lot, but never have I been home alone on Christmas and 2 burglars are looking to break into my home and get me specifically. That wasn't even looking to steal anything other than the boy that I could think of. They wanted him. But this shows the very creative mind of a young boy, Kevin. Maybe he was under 10 years old. I think he was 8 years old in this movie, to be exact. But it's very, very entertaining. This is one of my grandmother's favorite movies. She loves it. Like, absolutely loves it. And we can't talk about Home Alone 1 without including Home Alone 2. Those movies just go hand in hand together. And I think this time he was left alone in New York. And once again, same two guys were looking for him. Man, he hit them with all kind of things, man. Rudolph's Shiny New Year. This is a very unique story. I really like this storyline. It's about a baby whose name is Happy. And this baby is the New Year. And then you have a crow or some kind of bird who's been living for like an eternity, a eon or whatever. And he's trying to stop time so he can live forever. So Santa Claus gives Rudolph 6 days to find the baby New Year, right? To keep time going and everything. So he sets off on this journey. He finds Happy, but he runs into a lot of trouble on the way. And the baby has some really big ears. The baby ran away because people was laughing and joking at him and mocking his big ears. Now, how this baby survived in a pamper and a hat in the cold, snowing cold, probably below zero, I have no idea. But it's a movie and family friendly. Jack Frost nipping at your nose. One of the punchlines for Jack Frost, right? Everybody knows that. This movie is also another timeless classic. One of the ones that I try to watch every year. I haven't watched it this year, but I am. It's still kind of like the middle of December. But this movie displays how magical and how powerful Jack Frost is, right? How he can make it snow harder. He can make it freeze. How he can do all the things above. Now, if you want to know more about this movie, you will have to watch it because it's kind of been a while since I watched it. So I don't remember all the details, but it's a movie I could never forget. The picture's still in my head. It was The Nightmare Before Christmas. The beginning of this movie takes place in a Halloween town with the main character named Jack. He's a skeleton, right? And I'm pretty sure he's like the prince or the king of some kind of whatever in Halloween Town. But he slips into a hole and he's pretty much put into another dimension where it's Christmas all the time. And he has no idea what's going on. For some reason, he kidnapped Santa Claus. They really bullied him. This movie is kind of maybe sinister. I don't know. But it's definitely not friendly to the eyes of people who like Santa Claus, because they really did him dirty in this movie. But however, yeah, and he was Santa Claus for a night. He was giving out gifts to kids that had nothing to do with Christmas, but everything to do with Halloween. He was actually trying to do the right thing, but he was going about it the wrong way. You should check it out so you can see the full storyline. It's really nice. It's a whole different feel to Christmas. It shows the transition from Halloween to Christmas. Charlie Brown. Charlie Brown is very old. Maybe that shows my age a little bit. I mean, but I'm not that old, not yet either. Am I? But Charlie Brown Christmas gives us the classic dancing, laughing, joking Charlie Brown, feature from Snoopy, and a Christmas song, a carol with the students. They perform. Charlie Brown trying to build a Christmas tree, and he kind of killed it. But that's what Charlie Brown does. He messes up a lot, but he still prevails somehow, some way. And Charlie Brown is just like an infinite classic. Like, people are nicknamed Charlie Brown for some reason. Like, A Christmas Carol. Once again, Jim Carrey acting as Scrooge, the Scrooge. His last name in the movie is actually Scrooge. So the storyline in this movie is It's old man. It's always somebody who hates Christmas, right? As it is someone who loves it, it'll always be someone who hates it. So he's the one who hates it. So he's visited by a spirit and he's asked a question. So he's hunted by 3 different ghosts, I think, the present, the past, and the future. And he has to go through some kind of trials and tribulations, and it's supposed to turn him into a good guy, make him like it, right? And I'm not going to give away the ending or the complete storyline of all these movies because I actually want you guys to watch it. But I like this one because it really relates more to how certain people feel on Christmas, right? It gives you a good view, a good general view of like that old man or that old lady who hates the holidays, right? Or even younger people, right? It's not an age on it. And everybody doesn't like something for a reason. But this is a good movie. It has some good views, good music, and a great actor, Jim Carrey. So, those are my 10 best movies for me. I left out some. I left out probably about 5 to 7. I could not just decide, so I put those in my top 10. If I were to rank these, I probably would put The Polar Express at number 1 and This Christmas, right? And then Home Alone would be around number 4 and number 5. But definitely The Polar Express and This Christmas, I watch those every single year. I had to watch Rudolph and Jack Frost too. Like those older movies just reach the inner child in me. And it brings me back to a certain point in life, if that makes sense. But if you like this video, and if I left out anything, let me know in the comment section. Also, give me your favorite movies or favorite Christmas movies or your favorite movies of all time. Maybe I could make another video of just my favorite movies of all time, which it'll be totally biased because I'm an action adventure type of guy. But it's Christmas, it's the holidays. Merry Christmas, everyone.